Alright guys, welcome back. We're going to get back on this again. We're going to start doing some frame repair. Okay, we're back at the bike, and I'm going to take some measurements here. Alright, everything's drawn out, and I took all the measurements. This piece right here is going to end up being the little brackets that this mount to, which used to be this. Now, off camera, all the screws broke off in here. This one I so happened to be able to get out. So what I did was I drilled them out, and ran a tap down there, and all the threads are fine, so this is all ready to go back on. Now, I've been having camera trouble, so I haven't really recorded much, but I'll come over here and show you what I got to this point, if I can. So everything is cut off, as you can see. Trying to give you guys light. Everything is cut off, cut it all off. I need to clean up some more of the rust. What I did was I went back into this a little bit so that this lip from this top support can catch the pipe that's going in there. As you can see down there, that's all the metal that I removed. That's all rusty. This is the piece that I cut. What I did was I did pie cut in here and a pie cut in there. Well, I'll fill those with weld after and they'll be perfectly fine. That's the only way I could bend something 1/8 thick tubing. So if you look here, you can see now, if I put the pipe goes under here, it goes in there. It is a perfect fit. It looks very nice. And all I have to do now is just weld it in, which I will do. Next, as you can see, I'm leaking brake fluid because, like a moron, I nipped it right here with the cutting wheel, and I think I nipped it over here with the cutting wheel. So I need to get a new brake line. Anyways, it was kind of getting ready to rust through here anyways, so anyways, we'll have to replace that. So what I'm going to do now is get set up, and I want to fill in these pie cuts before we go any further. Okay, here's the bar. It's all welded up. It looks nice. The pie cuts are all nice and solid. No issues here. I'm gonna go tack this on, weld it up. It's welded up nice. You can see the welds. As you can tell there, I went underneath this and then I welded all the way around. Good penetration. That's all welded in. It's welded in back there and all underneath. I don't know if you can see underneath here, but all underneath as well. So the only thing I have to do now is this piece back here, which is this piece right here. You guys can see there. I'm gonna replace that because it's rotted out over there, as you guys can see. So I still have to do the other side, but as you can see, this is all done. And now I just have to put the mounts for the pegs on there, and I'll do that next. All right, guys, so all the screws are broken off in these, and these are the ones I bought online. And I rough drilled out a smaller hole in here. I want to be able to bolt the plastics back down on here. So what I did was I drilled it out to the next size up and tapped it. And I'm going to show you right now on these two how I do that. All right, tap drill size. This is a letter F drill. A letter F drill is the closest thing to a 6.7 millimeter drill I have, and it's perfectly fine. And what we're going to tap these out to an 8 millimeter. So basically, I'm just going to run this drill down through here. Nothing fancy. And then I'm going to use a tap. This is a this is an 8.1. This is an 8 by 1.25 tap. It's a coarse thread. It's what they use. I put a little bit of oil on there, and then I'm just gonna run it down in, and it'll give me new threads to bolt to, so the plastics aren't slapping around. And the 8 by 1.25 is the standard size coarse thread, 8 millimeter. out this one, drive this one home. You want to make sure you get the tap to go in straight. Starting it is probably the most difficult part, but once you get it started, it follows the hole. For anyone that hasn't done this before. And that's pretty much it, guys. Now, I ordered a bolt kit in the mail. It hasn't come yet, but I do have this 8mm bolt, and I'll show you how the threads work. And that's pretty much it. They go right in, good as gold. This has got a little bit of oil on it, so I'm having a hard time screwing it in with my bare hand. Clean it off. But that's pretty much it. Okay, I made these parts up, and they're just out of the same channel steel that I used to build the trailer hitch mount, the back subframe, or the back area where the drive axles are. And basically I just cut it, made some U-channel out of it, and I prick punched a couple of holes, and now I'm going to drill them out. I bought this bolt kit, nut and bolt kit, off Amazon. It was like 30 bucks, something like that, 25 bucks. Because I didn't have any 8mm stuff. I got a lot of 6mm, but I don't have any 8mm. I needed 8mm flange bolts, and I needed flange nuts. And there's washers and stuff. I'll use all this on different builds and whatnot. So my plan is to take the flange nut, pop it down into here, and put this on there. And then the nut. A nut and a bolt on the back side of this. And I just need to make sure that the nut clears the frame when I go to put this on there. If not, I'll have to grind these down, but that's not a big deal. So I am going to install the other two and tighten them all up. Or the other one with the bolts and everything. Tighten them all up, and then we're going to weld it on the frame, and I'll show you what I mean. For the majority of this build, I've been having camera issues, and it's been aggravating me, so I haven't recorded a lot of stuff because of it. It's plugged in right now. Hopefully it won't die, because when it dies it jams. I don't know. It's a GoPro 10. I don't know what its issue is. And so I'll show you again. These are the welds. I knocked down the bolts, and now all I have to do is just weld this on here, and we'll be able to remove the foot peg steel whenever it needs to be removed. So I'm going to get set up, and I'm going to lay out where these need to be and weld them on. Alright guys, there you go. The welds look good. All welded up, top and bottom. Good penetration, good beads. And to give you contrast, this is what was on there. You can see it's pretty much the same thing, only not so rusty. And you can see the nuts down inside there, so we can thread the bolts in. And I took all the bolts out. They're right here. They came out a little rough, probably because I had belt sanded, not belt sanded, but disc sanded it, so the threads are a little janked up. So I'm gonna clean the threads up and screw them in here so that when I paint it, I don't get paint all in the threads, because I'm gonna end up putting a bunch of never sees in here anyway. So I'm gonna clean those up now. All right guys, I cut this off, which is this side here. So I cut it off right there. I did the same thing on this side. I kept the front top support where it was and peeled it out, and then I'm going to put the pipe in there, weld it in like I did on the other side. All right, I'm going to put a pie cut in this right now with my cutoff wheel, and I got it strapped down for safety, so I'm going to pie cut that now. Pipe's finished, all ground down and welded up, all cut to length. Let's go put it in. Okay guys, I got that piece in. It's all welded up, good penetration, the whole 9 yards. The only thing I have to do now is I need to make the cross support. And I ordered this big piece of steel right here. It is a little bit overkill, but it goes between this bar and this bar over here. and it connects with this right there. And it goes from here, connects to there, and then goes to here. It was a piece of extruded metal before, sort of like a, I don't know, a piece of U steel. It was very thin and cheesy. I'm gonna put this in there, and that should strengthen it up to the point where I shouldn't have to worry about it. So I am gonna cut this out, weld it up, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay guys, here we go. It's all welded up. Everything looks good. This is as good as factory, if not better. You can see my support that I have under there. I welded it. I had to grind the welds down. I got a little bit too much on there. But that piece is in there. It's stronger than factory. If you look down there on the floor, you'll see that piece of extruded metal. And the other side, that used to be the cross support here. Now it's a 1x1.5 tubing. And they ain't going nowhere. Stronger than it ever was. So if I decide I want to put a plow on this, I'm not really worried about it. Again, this side here is all welded in. Looks good. It's all done. Let me go to the other side. All right, here's the other side. And as you can see, it's welded in. Looks good. Same as over there, under here. That tube steel with the support. All I gotta do now is paint it. And this side here, I still have to put the brackets on for the foot peg mounts, but I'm going to do that in another video because this video is long enough, and we're going to post this one, and there's more to do with welding and fabricating and such like that. All right guys, I'm a mess. I've been working on this thing for quite a while now. I haven't posted in almost 3 weeks. It's been super cold here. It's cold here now. We've been in this what do they call it? A polar vortex or some new niche phrase that the meteorologists are coming up with. All I know, it's been cold as crap here for like 3 to 4 weeks. And as you, I don't know if you can see my breath when I talk, but I don't have heat in my garage, and it's been pretty cold. So at this point, we're gonna call a video here, and we'll get back on this in the future. Hopefully next week, we'll see. We still got a lot to do on it. I cut the brake line accidentally with a zip wheel, so I ordered a replacement brake line. It's used. We have to pop that in and bleed the brakes. We'll show you guys how we do that in the next video. I still have to rust proof and paint, and I have to make those other foot peg mounts. I may do that off camera. I don't know yet. We'll see. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, share. It helps the channel out. I noticed that more than half of the people that watch, 3/4 of the people that watch are not subscribed. So don't cost you anything to hit that button, but it helps me out. So once again, I'm gonna call it here, and we got a lot more to come on this. We still have the front end to do, a little bit of welding work up there and fixing the winch and all that. But she's coming along, she's almost done. And I wanna thank you guys for watching, and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified when I post another video on this 650 Grizzly. Once again, thanks for watching.